We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, it's Pollard. A beautiful fake. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Watch that. Check 50, check 50.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, Pollard, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
Check. Lucky.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First down, and it's Pollard again. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On second down now, Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. A first update now out of Jacksonville. Early lead in that one for the Packers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Set. 180. 51. Yeah, let's get that. Great. Gun.
Play action. It's Newton. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Rose. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Gun. Check 3.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. On 1st down, Pollard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson stepping up. He'll try and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, it's complete.
You ain't going nowhere.
How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
At their own 25-yard line.
Go, Mike.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 1st and 10, Newton. And the catch made by Hilton. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11.
Check.
From the gun, Jackson trying to lay one up deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. This is first and goal from about the 8. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Throwing is Jackson, and an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Here's Pollard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Crunch time, defense. Slams.
On second down, Pollard. And a run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Pollard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Open man is Higgins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Check mark 33. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
From From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Get that ball. Hey, check like 33. Check like 33. Watch the screen.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On first down, Newton. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Complete to Hilton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Saquon Barkley running right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This fielded at the 2. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you up.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Ready? Night, sweetheart. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Coming. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Motion. Hey, check nine.
Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Off play action, Newton. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. His defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. First down, a run with Cohen. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone blitz.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On third down, Jackson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Point to the 3. Get that. Great. 36.
Again, it's Cohen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, Rose. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down throw for Newton. He's got it to Hilton. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton flushed out right. A 20-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. Now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Bears 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Buying time was left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He don't want it.
To throw again, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson being chased out left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's George. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Run for Pollard, and he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Jackson, he's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Well, he had it on line, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I'll bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
Throwing here, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Here's Jamie Gillen now. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So this one